What's happening, YouTube? My name's Immortal Coil, and this is the top 5 list of the best Star Wars aliens. Now, since we have a little downtime and we're basically caught up on current events, we're going to talk about, in my opinion, the top 5 Star Wars aliens. Now, to qualify this, I'm going to say aliens are non-human species. So, before we get into that, I do want to make an honorable mention: the Rancor Keeper. Every time I see that part, it hits me right there, and to me, that is quintessential George Lucas era nuance. I really liked that even though it was a mean, scary monster, somebody out there loved it. And seeing it die hurt him like that, you know? It's like a boy and his dog kind of thing. Right, number 5 on my list is going to be Dexter Jettster. He was the 4-armed, fat Goro guy working in the diner, which, by the way, had the first female droid. Who knew about Obi-Wan's toxic dark. And it's cool to me that Obi-Wan has outside sources of information, because when the Force can't grant him knowledge and the librarian at the Jedi Temple is being a bitch, then fine, I'm going to figure it out anyway. Even if I have to talk to a bunch of kids, and even if I have to talk to Fat Goro. Number 4 on the list is the Cantina aliens in general. Now, for a lot of us, aside from the Jawas and the Tusken Raiders, this was the first sense that we got that we were on a different planet. Because this cantina has everybody in it. It added that Wild West element. We have the little squeaky guy who gets I don't know, I hope that's wine, unless they serve blood there. We got the guy who picks his nose. Greedo, of course. He didn't shoot first. No. We got the weird devil guy. There's a praying mantis back there. There's a couple of hot chicks sitting around drinking. And then we got the spider-faced weirdo who wanted to kill Luke. And what's his name, who actually lost his arm. Good saloon Wild West moment. Next up, Admiral Ackbar. Love that guy. With just 3 simple words, he endeared himself to generations of people. And it was a joke for a little while, but when we see the way that he's treated in The Last Jedi, we realize what we lost. His character is actually really fleshed out well in some of the Darth Vader comics and in the Clone Wars. So all together, people. Coming in at number 2, Darth Maul. Yeah, his presence was very palpable. See what I did there? He was a member of a species called the Zabrak. And we really get a lot of backstory in the Clone Wars and in Rebels. So if you're still unfamiliar with those series, unfuck yourself. Oh, wait. Darth Maul, as a child, was found by Palpatine. At some point, he got tattoos all over his body. He was beaten and abused and fueled by the dark side. And then when he no longer served his purpose, he was chunked. Literally bisected, and left for dead. And through sheer willpower, he survived. He got a robotic lower half and started building an empire for himself until Palpatine found out about it and went and handled shit. Now, what exactly happened after that's not too clear, but he got his way out of Palpatine's clutches and kind of did the bottom feeding life again until Ezra came into his life. And he finally met his end at the hands of Obi-Wan in what I consider to be the best lightsaber duel ever, just because it has a minimum move. Okay, there's 3 hits. Pow, pow. Coming in at number 1, it should be no surprise to you guys. Master Yoda. When I was a kid, I had a Yoda t-shirt. And I mean like young, like 3. I had a Yoda t-shirt. I always loved that guy. It's funny to me that the guy who designed him kind of made it look like himself blended with Albert Einstein. But even when you're a kid, you don't really appreciate the words that fall out of Yoda's mouth until you've been around the block a few times. Okay, Master Yoda had some of the best lines in Star Wars ever. And he was the moral center. And it sucks that he lost, but, you know, we need him to lose so that Luke can come back and save Vader. If you just think about the handful of quotes that he says to Luke. Okay, I'll fire off a couple of them. My favorite quote of Yoda's.
Luminous beings, Zogi, not this crude matter.
Judge me by my size, do you?
And where you should not. For my ally is the Force.
But probably his best line was when he said nothing. Luke's off in the forest, sucking his thumb, and Yoda just walks over and lifts the X-Wing, puts it down. I don't believe it.
That is why you fail.
Alright guys, I'm Immortal Coil. Give a thumbs up, hit subscribe, ding the bell for notifications, drop a comment. Let me know what your top 5 favorite Star Wars aliens are. Always love to hear from you. Take care. May the Force be with you.